Good evening, football fans. You're live, third down with Morgan Holder. I am the awesome one, Morgan.
And I'm older that I have to sit here during this show to listen to Morgan's crap.
Whoa, crap. My crap is awesome. And guess what?
That could have been my point.
Hey, I just want you to know something. You know how you said my stats never lined up right? I told you that Houston Texans, by the way, their defense was going to be a master reason why they beat Pittsburgh. And what happened? Their defense was a reason why Pittsburgh lost.
No, it wasn't their defense. It's because
It was because of defense. Their defense didn't get no touchdowns up.
Metcalf dropped a bunch of passes.
Oh, blame him, blame Metcalf. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers threw a pick.
He didn't drop any passes. You didn't see.
But I'm just saying,
everything they threw at him.
Aaron Rodgers also fumbled the ball for a touchdown, and he also threw an interception.
He was hitting the head on that play. They didn't call it.
Oh yeah, he got hit in the head. He didn't get no head. I knew he was going to say something like that.
Watch the replay of that.
You're just mad because Houston's defense
hit him in the head. Did you see his helmet?
It was a hand. It was his arm.
Smacked him in the head.
You act like that was a love tap. You are just mad. But guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and do my shout out. And guess what? Guess who my shout out is?
You know, there's a lot of people that are scrutinizing Stephen A. Smith. And they might be cutting loose from the network.
I don't care. I love Stephen A. And that's what my shout out goes to. Thank you for
knowing. You're gonna love him from a podcast because he's not gonna be on any major sports.
He don't need to be on majors. He has a podcast. He don't need to be on no sport network. I don't know why they're getting mad because he speaks the truth. I speak the truth.
No, he was talking about stuff that's not sports. He's talking about. Do you know who Jasmine Crockett is?
Nope.
The Democrat representative for Texas in Congress?
I don't keep up with politics.
Well, anyway, he's talking crap about her.
Is she good? Is she a good person?
Targeting Trump, and he's defending Trump.
Oh, I don't like Stephen A. no more. Never mind. I gotta figure something else out now. I don't like Stephen A.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible.
We don't like
Trump. You know he donated to one of Trump's causes?
I did not know that. I don't like him now. And I don't care. I don't like politics, but I'm not a Trump supporter. Stephen A. is no longer my best friend.
Oh my goodness, you are in the dark.
Now I gotta go. I guess I gotta go with the Kelsey brothers. I guess I'll have my shots for them from now on.
Kelsey brothers? You mean the Swifty brothers?
Shut up. Go ahead and do your shout out.
Well, you could do the Manning brothers.
I could. I do like the Manning brothers because, you know, one of them beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I absolutely do love Eli Manning.
It's ridiculous. Eli Manning is a crybaby. Oh, I don't want to go to the Chargers, Daddy.
And guess what? He didn't, and he won 2 Super Bowls. If he went to the Chargers, he wouldn't have won nothing. It would have been 0, zip, nada. He did the right call.
Let me do the real shout out. The Pat McAfee show and his co-host, the best in the world, the Mac Attack.
You know, Pat McAfee also wrestled at one point in time, right?
Yeah, I know, but who cares? Who cares about wrestling?
I'm just saying.
The only one on the planet that cares about wrestling.
I love wrestling.
I know you. That's what I said.
You know also I love?
You're the only one on the planet that cares about wrestling.
You know what else I love and care about? Me not losing last week. I told you I wouldn't lose. I told you I would not lose. You had my back.
We tied.
I know exactly, but I didn't lose.
Yeah, because you lost to Jacksonville again.
I did not lose. We tied. You thought you was gonna beat me last week, and you didn't.
I did beat you.
We tied.
I'm gonna look at the sheet later.
I picked Jacksonville and they lost. I picked who? I picked Houston or Pittsburgh. Because Bills' defense is shitty. They suck. It's suspect.
Why did you think that? You know Trevor Lawrence coach in the play.
I don't care. Jacksonville's defense stopped James Cook. And I think because of that, I think multiple teams now know how to stop James Cook.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. Hold on, what is on the agenda today, buddy? What's on the agenda for our show today? What is the topic?
I don't know. You can come up with these crack topics, and sometimes I think, I should do the agenda because you get caught up in these. Let me see, what are our topics today? Tomlin.
Hey, you're a Pittsburgh guy. I figured you would to sit down and talk about Pittsburgh. You're a Pittsburgh fan, so-called fan.
In the playoffs without Kittle.
Yeah, Kittle's hurt. That's the best target.
Well, you know what? I'll let you kick off.
Okay. So
we're supposed to have a special guest, right?
We're supposed to. Your best friend again from work. I think he's somewhere crying because his Cowboys lost and they suck balls.
Can you say that on the air?
I didn't cuss. I said they suck balls.
Can you say that on the air?
I'm just saying he is somewhere.
Thing to say about Cowboys fans.
I'm just saying he is somewhere in the bathroom, still crying because his team sucks. He should come over and like somebody else.
What is this hate relationship you have with the Cowboys? I can see if you guys are in the same division.
Because hear me out. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of hearing Cowboy fans. This is our year. This is like Kentucky fans. This is our year. This is our year. We got the best team. You guys suck major balls every year. And they look cum. They suck balls and look cum. There's a terrible team, most terrible team, and not even America's team no more. I wish people would stop saying that.
Well, unfortunately, you'll probably hear that for the rest of your life because of the 1970s Dallas Cowboys.
And they haven't won squat since the 1990s? 94 maybe to be exact?
I believe it was 90.
I mean, shit, I was only a year old the last time they won a Super Bowl.
And you know what? You were probably wearing a Cowboys jumpsuit.
I was not wearing a Cowboys jumpsuit.
A one-piece jumpsuit with a Cowboys beard with the star.
No.
Your dad wasn't a Cowboys fan?
I don't care. Doesn't mean anything. I didn't like Cowboys.
You got brothers that are Cowboys fans.
I actually have two brothers Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Their last Super Bowl, by the way, the last Super Bowl was 96 when they beat Pittsburgh Steelers.
Could have been. I wasn't married in 96.
I'm sorry. I take it back. They lost in 96 against the Steelers. The last one was 94. No, I was right. 96. 96 was the last one.
Yeah.
Yes, 96 was the last one.
I
am. I'm looking right now. The last one was 96 against the Steelers. They won 3 against the Bills, and then the Steelers.
The boy I love losing Super Bowl deal.
What?
Bills, Bills. Boy I love losing Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure. They suck. Also, terrible team. Terrible team.
What do you think?
They suck. Oh no, this is stupid. Yeah, they won the 5th Super Bowl against the Steelers. Yeah. Who?
Yeah, it was 27-17.
Yeah, who was it? Was that Barry Switzer's team? I think it was Barry Switzer's team. I think it was 12-4. I ain't going that deep because I'm not a Cowboys fan. Anyways, Holder.
Yeah, you guys had Deion that year.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, okay? So we didn't have Deion nowhere. The Cowboys, their boy band, had Deion Sanders. You know what I'm gonna start calling Cowboy fans? I'm gonna start calling Cowboy fans boy lovers. Someone call them boy lovers.
Why don't you save that for our special guest? If he decides to join us, then you can vent to him, and we can get started until he chimes in. Now, the first topic is what?
The first topic would be what I mean. Okay, I'm not a Pittsburgh fan, so I'm going to ask you this. This is what I want to know. I want to know, what do you think the future holds for Pittsburgh Steelers? Because I mean, Tomlin, he didn't get fired, right? He resigned. Okay, I don't know why people think he got fired. He didn't get fired. He resigned. So, I mean, granted, he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years, right? But hear me out, Holder. He was the winning as his coach in that span. Do you? I mean, we talked about this. I want to know your opinion. Do you feel like whoever takes that position will have shoes to fill?
Well, yeah, anytime you replace a Chuck Noll and then you get a good guy to replace Noll, and you get Howard, then you get Tomlin. So those are all three great coaches. Pittsburgh has a knack to picking coaches. Now, the positive thing about this is a new coach usually cleans house.
Right.
Right.
They bring their own coaching staff.
He hires his own coordinators, this, that, and other. He'll be told who's still under contract, whether or not he wants. Campbell, like, who else am I thinking of here? What's the guy's name? In Houston. I can't think of his name. He's a player's coach. Plus, he played the game.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
Head coach and quarterback is the next step, and then a number 2 receiver.
So let me ask you a question. And I know, I think not last but the following week we talked about this. I said a comment about a coach who should go to a team, right? I said Brian Flores should go to the Las Vegas Raiders. But now it looks like he's on the radar of Pittsburgh. Do you think Brian Flores could be that coach that Pittsburgh needs?
I think he has a leg because he was there in Pittsburgh for a year as an assistant, a defensive assistant. Now, I don't truly buy into the defensive-minded, offensive-minded coaches. That's for your staff to do. You are just to manage the team. And I think Brian Flores is, in my mind, you bring that team back to life. But I think Flores, because Pittsburgh is known for their defense, and he can add something to that defense. And I'm sure when he hires a coordinator, that coordinator will be still knowledgeable as he is. So, yeah, I think Flores would be a good choice.
Okay. So you said Flores would be a good
again, a lot of that too goes with the talent that you have out there, But I'll just have to wait and see. You can never really know until 2 or 3 seasons down the line. If they start off with a losing record, they're trying to get their feet under them, and then after that, things should start picking up. So you can't come in like a Tomlin who's already had a team. Come on, it's just like somebody makes a cake, and you come in and picks it up and serves it to everybody. It was already in place. That team was already in place, so he didn't have to manage a whole lot, So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. I kind of like the Mike Tomlin. I kind of like that that he's out there. I like the fact that people wants him to be a coach for another shot, right? I like to give him another shot. Do I want him to leave the Minnesota Vikings? Absolutely not. I do not want him to leave the Minnesota Vikings. But I'm not the one that can judge, right?
You want to give him another shot, but you wouldn't want him to coach your team.
I don't want him to leave the Minnesota. I don't want him to leave the Vikings. That's what I'm saying. I don't want him to go nowhere. I want him to stay with Minnesota. I don't want him to leave.
So you're willing to give up your coach now because he wanted to go with the quarterback that's always hurt, the young kid that can be molded?
Absolutely. I would rather give up Kevin O'Connell and keep Brian Flores. I like Brian Flores. I like Kevin O'Connell too, but Brian Flores has our defense where it needs to be. Our defense is phenomenal. We just need to get an offensive line, and we need to get another quarterback.
And that's it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that special guest on yet?
No one's on yet. I'm telling you, I think he's in the bathroom crying.
So let me ask you this. On the Tomlin subject, do you think he'll be out of football for a year? Or do you think he'll go and be an analyst or maybe front office guy?
So from what he said, he made a comment saying that he is done coaching for next year. He's not going to coach. But I think if an opportunity comes, I think he's going to go. You know, money talks, right? We all know money talks. I think he would definitely go somewhere. I don't know where that will be. I don't know if that would be college. I don't know if that would be NFL. But again, we know money talks. So I don't think he's done coaching. I think he's going to come back. He might come back, in the 2027 season. He might take next year off to take it off. But I'm looking for him to come back and coach. Again, where I don't know. There's college teams looking for a head coach. He might go to the college level. I don't know.
Would you after retiring, and coaching for 19 years? Now, before that, he was a coordinator, right? So he's been in coaching all those years. You wouldn't think he'd just be like, all right, it's just time to hang it up, period? Some front office work or, GM or something?
I don't think he's going to hang it up. I mean, again, I don't want to say for certain. I don't want to say he's going to go to a college level because I don't know. But I think he's going to be somewhere, probably not next year, but he'll be somewhere in 2027.
How stressful coaching is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He might take next year off for sure, but he might. Who knows? He might go be the Cowboys' new owner. I don't know.
Owner?
Yes.
I doubt that.
I mean, worst case scenario, he comes out of retirement, coaches, I don't know, say a sorry ass team like the Panthers. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Nah, I don't think he will. I think he'll be done. I think he'll be shooting for coaching. Like I said, the front office job, GM, you know, who knows? But I think he's going to prime himself to shoot for higher. I mean, look at Lynch and all those guys. I mean, they could have been coaches.
Yeah, they could have, but they didn't. They didn't go.
That's what I'm saying. So after a while, it just depends. Tomlin played college ball, but he didn't play pro ball.
Right, and you gotta think he does have he was on a Super Bowl winning team in Tampa Bay under when Keyshawn Johnson played. Well, I think it was with John Gruden.
Gruden and Dungy.
Dungy, yeah. So he has a Super Bowl ring as a coordinator and one as a head coach.
Oh, absolutely.
So I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm just saying I don't know where he's going to go. It took me by surprise when he stepped down, when he resigned. I was not seeing that coming. But you called it. You said he needs to get fired or he needs to step down. You called it.
Now, do you think this year marks the highest head coach availability in the NFL? There's 9.
Oh, absolutely, because there's been coaching firings left and right. I don't think teams are done. I think teams are still trying to work out the kinks of firing coaches. I think there's gonna be more to come. I mean, the Giants? You had the Raiders with Pete Carroll. Now, you had the Baltimore Ravens.
Did you see that movie? Did you see that one coming?
What was it?
The Ravens Starbull movie.
I did not see that one coming. I thought for sure they was going to trade Lamar Jackson before they fired him. Now, being being a Baltimore Raven, if I was a fan, I would say now we can see if it was Lamar Jackson not getting to Super Bowl or if it was hardball. Now they can see which one it was.
Well, now hardball won Super Bowl.
But he inherited that team because you got to think Ray Lewis was on that team. Ed Reed was on that team. You had Joe Flacco was the quarterback. I mean that team was, granted he was there from start to finish, but that team he inherited that team, and then players stayed there. He didn't go out and recruit those players.
Yeah, but he got a lot of young players after that too. I mean,
but you got to think. Look what he did since then. Nothing, not a darn thing. Just like Tomlin. Tomlin had a team.
The quarterback can't stay healthy.
But Lamar Jackson was healthy all the way up to this year.
He was healthy, but then guess what happened?
His team couldn't catch.
He choked.
You can't blame.
So high
you can't blame Lamar. Lamar Jackson plays offense. He don't play defense. You cannot blame Lamar Jackson for them losing. I'm not kidding you. I don't know how many times I got to tell you that. You cannot blame him for choking. Didn't he put up over 200 passing yards against Pittsburgh? Didn't he do that? Lamar Jackson. He put over 200 passing yards against you guys in the last game. Again, you cannot blame him. It's the defense. The defense.
Did they win?
It is. You can't blame Lamar Jackson. You got to blame. Does Lamar Jackson play defense for y'all to score? Absolutely not. The defense is on that field, not Lamar Jackson.
They winning.
It doesn't matter. I'm making a point.
Was all of that. It would have been a wider point spread. Come on, man.
No. Because the offense can score, but if the defense can't keep the offense from scoring on the opposing team, it's going to be an all-night thing with offense versus offense. No defense.
Night thing. That used to be a good song back then.
Of course. And speaking of defense, I know Houston's defense has been number one since, the end of November. Do you think that they can maintain that in the postseason, or do you think that's a fluke?
No. They're not going any further than their next game.
You don't think they can give the Patriots a run for the money?
No.
Even being healthy?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to ask.
Do you think they can rattle Drake? Maybe? I mean,
I don't think they can rattle him, but hear me out when I tell you this. I believe that defense. I believe that defense, because I like Will Anderson. I like him. I believe that defense can cause some havoc on the rushing side, not the passing side, but the rushing side.
Let me give you a full picture here. Okay, so they're coming off of a win playing a 42-year-old quarterback. Okay, their next game is against a young stud.
Again, I don't think
around him.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to rattle Drake May. I think what's going to happen is they're going to stuff that running game. The passing game is going to work, but the running game is going to be stuffed.
No, man. They're pretty good, man. They're a well-balanced team. I think the AFC Championship is going to come down to them and Denver.
I think. Look, didn't we say that though? And I think week 15, week 16. Didn't we say it's going to be the Patriots and Denver in the AFC Championship game?
I don't remember which it was, but yes, I do remember talking about it.
And don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be a good game. Because going through picks, I definitely didn't pick Houston, but I believe Denver and New England is going to be AFC Championship for the next 5 years, maybe, because both teams are young. Both teams have great coaching. I think the AFC is going to be either up for grabs for those two. And the reason why I say that is because teams like Pittsburgh and Baltimore, they got to figure out what they need and what they want, right? And
what about Kansas City?
Kansas City is done. Kansas City's dynasty is done. It's over. If you can't get defense, and hear me out. Here's the thing. They have Rashid Rice, who's been in trouble, and now he's back in trouble, right? If you can't keep your players off the field out of trouble, and don't get me started on Jordan Addison, but if you can't keep those players out of trouble, it's going to be chaotic for your team.
Oh, yes, he's a scratch his hand if he's not able to play because of the double jeopardy, the civilian world and the NFL.
Absolutely. Granted, Jordan Addison's trouble isn't like Rashid Rice. Jordan Addison did, get some trespassing on him. That's just a misdemeanor. But still, he's being a cancer to the Vikings because now you didn't make the playoffs, okay? What you should have done is figure out what we could have done better. Watch film. You have time to do that, right? Go out and catch with your quarterback for next year. Get to know him. But instead, you're out causing trouble. Look, I like Jordan Addison, but if I was the Vikings, I'll go ahead and trade him. Trade him before it's too late.
Really?
Absolutely. You have Jordan
been arrested once or twice.
This is his third time.
His third time, so they let him go for speeding, right?
Twice. Speeding twice.
Oh, twice.
Twice.
Over 100 miles an hour?
Yes. One was just the knocked it down. And the other one, the second one, he actually did, so he got suspended for it. So,
yeah, well.
I mean.
So you'd rather, well, then again, Naylor could step up because Naylor's not.
Oh, absolutely. 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 And hear me, I know I've been on high on TJ Hawkinson, but he's a good player, but he's taking up a lot of cap space. Let him go. Trade him. Trade him. Go out and get a decent receiver to be your number 2 and number 3, right? But use that cap space for defense or a line. If you're gonna keep JJ McCarthy, you wanna make sure he's healthy, make sure he's not getting sacked, right? Go out and get a good lineman. We have Christian Dillashaw, who's good, who's excellent when he's able to play. But go get another guy for the other side. So if you could trade TJ Hawkinson, because he's taking a lot of cap space, for a 3rd and 4th round pick, do that. Go get another lineman. And use your other picks to get a good tight end, another receiver, and then work on that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because we hear me out. JJ's contract's gonna come up sooner or later, right? He's on his JJ McCarthy we're talking about here. He's on his rookie contract, and if he's supposed to be the future, you want to make sure he's the future. You don't want him to be like Tua and get a lot of concussions, be hurt a lot, right? Or Joe Burrow being hurt a lot as well. You want the line to protect him. You want to get your money's worth. So protect him now. Don't wait till the last minute.
Would you be willing to take on a Joe Burrow type?
Absolutely not. No. He's damaged goods. No. Same thing with Tua. Damaged goods. So that's what I'm saying. If JJ McCarthy is the future, if he's the future, you have to protect him. Unlike the Dolphins did for Tua, unlike what the Cincinnati Bengals did for Joe Burrow, you have to protect that future quarterback. He's the star.
Yeah, well, remains to be seen, my friend.
That is true.
Because I mean, when you lack as far as a recipe for building a good team, you have to think about your highest investment first.
Yeah, I mean, right. Justin Jefferson's already his contract's good for right now. So if his contract
about the quarterback position.
Exactly. So if his
that's the highest paid player.
That's what I'm saying. Right? Of Justin Jefferson, if your top receivers already taken good care for, it's time to start with your quarterback. Because if Justin Jefferson can't get the ball, if you give your wide receiver all this money, who's gonna give him the ball if JJ McCarthy can't? You know what I mean? So you gotta protect your future quarterback for your future receiver. So you can't just have you can't have an all-star receiver and a traffic quarterback. You need two to be cohesive, right? Because we've seen it done with the 49ers. We've seen it done with Pittsburgh. Without no quarterback, but a good receiver, you're not going to win no games.
Very true. Very true. So we covered the Houston defense, right? Did we cover that entirely?
I'm going to say yeah, because, I mean, you hit it on the head. Drake May, he sees the field way better than most quarterbacks. So being rattled ain't gonna cause no problems with him. I think he's gonna. I hate to say this because I love Will Anderson and I love that Houston defense, but I think he's going to torch that defense. I think he's going to torch that defense really, really good.
So then, what is this? I'm getting that it's some either confusion or some doubt that San Francisco.
It's definitely doubt.
Wrong without Kittle.
It's doubt. It's not confusion. It's doubt. I mean, because you're already down BA, right? BA, a top receiver in the league. If he wasn't injured, he's done. He's out. He hasn't played all year. Now your top tight end, who's a type receiver because he's been catching a lot of passes. He's out and entirely out, probably into next year. He tore his Achilles. So I don't think that they can overcome teams like the Rams. I don't think they can beat teams like Seattle. And if they get past those teams, you got to think, can they get past the Denver Broncos? Can they get past the Patriots? I don't think this team can get past any teams that's strong on defense.
Well, Juszczyk had a good game after Kittle went out. And he's a fullback.
Yeah, but hear me out.
Receiver.
But hear me out.
Juszczyk is good.
Hear me out. They played against the Eagles, who the Eagles have problems right now. So again, can they play a team that right now has good chemistry? Can they play against? Can they beat those teams? Absolutely not. I don't think they can.
So you're saying San Francisco will be eliminated this next game?
Absolutely, hands down, yes.
And you say that because of their lack of offensive talent?
Yeah, because now they have to go to one-dimensional. One-dimensional means they have to run the ball because they don't have top receivers over there now. Because two of the top receivers are out with BA and now Kittles. Both of those guys are out.
But these guys have been stepping up. The next man up have been stepping. You know what? I picked Seattle. I'm not going to lie, but San Francisco.
Seattle's defense is going to be stronger than the 49ers offense.
He's a hell of a coach.
He is. He is. But hear me out. We've seen this time and time again. When your top receivers go out, that team goes downhill. We've seen it a lot so far this year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've seen it a lot.
And we've seen some, yeah, but we've also seen guys step up.
But I don't think these guys are going to step up. I really don't. And you can't.
So you're telling me this game is not going to even be close.
It's a conference game because they both played each other twice already, right? So they know each other. Now, if this was a team playing, I don't know, maybe the likes of a different team, maybe
a conference game or a division game.
I'm just saying it because they played each other twice this year, right? Because they're in a conference, the 49ers and Seahawks. If it wasn't here, let's put it this way.
Twice they have to be in the same division.
Well, same division. Let's put it this way. If it was the likes of Chicago, if they was playing Chicago, I think Chicago would probably beat them this week because they haven't played each other, right? And Kittles ain't there. BA is not there, right? And I'm not embarrassed.
BA is, I don't know what's going on. He's another one.
I think he asked for a trade last year. They didn't trade him. I think it's time to let him go too. I think to trade him.
They pay him.
They are paying him. But look, we've seen it where look at Michael Parsons. The Cowboys was going to pay him, right? They didn't. Traded him. But we also seen where teams pay their players, and that player got traded, and the other team took that cap space, right? So that can happen too.
Yeah, that can happen, but we just have to wait and see. Sam Darnold has been known to choke in big games.
That is true.
Now he threw 3 picks last game, and they still won.
They still won. If he throw, hear me out, and I did pick Seattle too. But if he throws more than one pick, the 49ers defense might win that game. Won't be the offense, but it'll be the defense.
We'll see. Now he's got the weapons and he's got good support from the defense. Now defensively, if they capitalize on turnovers, the offense, then Seattle will win that game.
I think it's going to be a close game because divisional game. They both play each other twice, so they both know each other. If Kittles was playing, I would hands down give this game to the 49ers, but he's not playing.
Yeah, well, if they win one more, Fred Warner will be back.
That is true, and they actually need him back. And if he comes back, I think they couldn't win the whole thing, even without Kittles, because he's a monster. Fred Warner's a monster on defense. He plays the field so well, and he plays the gap so well.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I like about him, because he's fast enough and he's strong enough to shed blocks, right? He can come off the blocks. He can cover.
Oh, absolutely. And even if they try to double team him, it's not going to work because he can maneuver around that so quick. I mean, he's strong and fast. He reminds me of Ray Lewis caliber.
I put him above Ray. Ray wasn't as big-footed as Warner is.
Yeah.
He's not as fit. I mean, Warner moves like now. Ray is good sideline to sideline,
but middle to middle, he's not as great.
Ray is not a cover type linebacker.
Yeah.
But that's what makes Warner so dynamic. Is he can blitz
and he can play man to man or he can play zone.
Yeah. He goes in the middle. If he comes back 100%,
I think they would give any NFC team a run for the money if they can get past the Seahawks.
That'll be it. Then that'll be the big game.
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, defense wins games, right? And he's going to be a big game changer for defense.
Absolutely.
Another game changer is somebody who catches balls and scores, right? We've seen A.J. Brown drop so many passes this past week. And then we see him get into it with his head coach, not once but twice on the sideline. I think they should trade him. I've been saying this. He's a cancer to the team. He's a distraction to the team. Get rid of him. Trade him.
Yeah, but you know what they say when coaches are seen in a verbal confrontation with players, they always say, well, he's a competitor. I would expect that from him.
He's not. I think the coach got mad at him.
Did you see his commercial?
I did not. I don't like A.J. Brown. So when he's on TV, I try to.
He's on the treadmill. He's saying he's always open.
He drops passes when he's open.
Now, does A.J. Brown run every route in the route tree, or is he just a deep threat?
He's just a deep threat. That's all it is. I think his route. I think his cuts are terrible. I think just one-on-one, a straight shot, going live. I think he can beat somebody, but cutting, I think he's trash. I think that's why he can't catch the ball. I think he's just terrible. Cutting wise sucks.
So he's a cancer / distraction, or is he?
He's all the above.
Does he make it stressful or hurt? So what? I mean,
all the above. All the above. All the above. I'm gonna tell you this: if they don't trade A.J. Brown, I guarantee you, Jalen Hurts will ask for a trade by next year.
You think it will come to that?
Absolutely.
He's the face of the franchise. I mean,
exactly. But he's gonna make a statement. He's gonna make a statement.
You think they would get rid of A.J. Brown before they let that happen?
So that's what I'm saying. If they don't get rid of Brown before the start of next year, Jalen Hurts will ask for a trade just to make a statement. Because he's going to feel like the organization don't care about him. Which they probably don't. Because it's a business, right?
It is a business.
So, if I was the Eagles, because you could probably get a second, third, and fourth round pick for A.J. Brown. Because he's terrible, but teams that need a receiver want him, right? If I was Philadelphia, I'll go for a second, third, and fourth round pick for him. Maybe a third and fourth and fifth. But go and trade him.
You think you can get 3 picks for him?
Absolutely. A team will be dumb enough to do it. I'm for real. For example, the Carolina Panthers will be dumb enough to do it. The Chicago Bears, dumb enough to do it. The Dallas Cowboys, dumb enough to do it. Cowboys was dumb enough to trade Michael Parsons.
The Browns.
Yeah, the Browns. Maybe the Bengals. A team will be dumb enough to get him. I'm hoping.
Jordan's going to need a quarterback, right? Wide receiver.
Kansas City's going to need another receiver because I'm telling you, Travis Kelce's going to retire. Kansas City might jump on the board and get him.
Well, it's not that. Rasheed Wallace might not be there. So
Rasheed Wallace played basketball. You mean Rasheed Rice?
Rasheed Rice is not going to be there.
Absolutely. So yeah, they're gonna need another receiver. But hear me out. If I was Kansas City, I wouldn't try to get A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's a cancer. Go get somebody like Jalen Waddle. Go get somebody that's not a cancerous. T. Higgins. Go try to get somebody who can make your team and organization a better place. Don't go with somebody who can make that place a cancerous and nobody wants to go to it.
pretty deep, man. That's pretty deep.
I'm being honest here. I don't like AJ Brown. I think he's a dirty garbage piece of poop. I think he's a dirty. I don't like him as a human being. I think he's trash.
Did you think that when he was in Tennessee?
Absolutely. Well, Tennessee, no. Tennessee, I thought maybe it was just because of the organization. He gets to the Philadelphia Eagles, who's by the way a prestige organization. And when I say prestige, I mean, they have a great team, right? They have Barkley, they have Hurts, they have I can't think of the receiver they have. They got Smith, Devontae Smith. The defense is phenomenal. I'm like, okay, Philadelphia, prestige team. He wants to win. Philadelphia's gonna get him there. And now he's not getting the ball enough. But he's dropping passes. And I think Jalen Hurts sees that. If you're dropping passes, why am I continuing to go to you?
Yeah, that can be frustrating.
That's like me saying, hey, I want to run the ball, but all I'm doing is fumbling. You're making the team look bad. We're not winning any games because you can't catch the ball. Wide open passes dropping. And it's not because Jalen Hurts overthrowing him or underthrowing him. He's throwing good passes. AJ Brown just can't catch. Exactly. Exactly. And usually if the ball hits your hands, it's a catchable. You got to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Look.
I mean, the thing of it is, you don't think maybe he's dropping these passes because of stress?
No, he's just trash. Terrible.
If you're trying to prove a point, right? You shouldn't be, because you're supposed to be.
If you're telling,
no Smith catches
everything. Hear me out, and correct me if I'm wrong, Holder, because I know I'm not going to be wrong on this. If you're trying to be that guy, you want to make a statement. You want to catch every pass, try to get every touchdown as possible, right? You don't want to drop open passes. You don't want to make no mistakes that are going to cause a game, right? Because if he would have caught those balls, the 49ers would probably have lost. Okay? But now instead of playing as an A receiver, you're playing as a C or D receiver because you're dropping too many passes, wide open passes.
Absolutely.
You want all this money and you want all the praise of being wide receiver number one. You want all these balls thrown to you 90% of the time, but you can't catch. You can't catch them.
No, well, you know what? There's.
I don't even.
Okay, so when you talk about prestige, right? Prestige is Megatron, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Megatron,
Jamar Chase,
always
DK.
Dependable. No doubt. It's just like the clutch kicker, right?
Absolutely.
So
I'm going to tell you what.
Saying that Brown is falling off, or
Brown's not in the top. Brown's not in the top 25 right now. Maybe not in the top 30. And I'm just being nice. He might be in the top 100. I don't know, but he's definitely not in the top 20. I can.
You don't think he's in the top 20?
No, absolutely not.
You need to look that up because I think he would probably be in the top 15.
No, I'm gonna look at stats right now, and I'm telling you, he's not in the top 20. If he is, it's probably barely.
So his stock is dropping. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely.
But his stock is dropping.
Absolutely. Yes, I think it's. Yeah, I'm looking at the receivers. Let's see. Devontae Smith is over him. Devontae Smith.
Oh,
Devontae Smith's at 13.
So he's not in the top 15.
No.
Is he even listed?
No, I don't see his name.
Maybe that's because you started in the top 10.
No, I'm looking. So I'm gonna name them off. Christian McCaffrey's at number 14, and he's a running back. Stevenson, he's in the top 15, and he's a running back. You have Loveland.
Where's Gainwell? Is he in there?
Gainwell. He's 37. AJ Brown's at 39. 39. So like I said, he's in the top 50.
AJ Brown is outranked by running backs.
Running backs and tight ends. And yeah,
Now this is a recent stat for 2025.
yes, this is on ESPN. I'm looking at it. You have Christian Kirk, who's number one right now, and this is for the postseason. That's for the post. That's for the postseason. Let's go to the regular season. That's what I didn't know. I didn't change it. AJ Brown's at number 19, but again, he's still out. He barely. I mean, and it's crazy because he's outlooked by tight ends. There's a couple tight ends who's above him.
So, in your mind, he shouldn't even be in the top 20.
No. He's actually tied for 19, so technically you want to say top 20 because him and Pierce for the Colts is tied. They got the same receiving yards, same receptions, so technically those two are tied for 20. So yeah, he's barely in top 20. Barely in top 20. And I'm looking, and there's a new Giant, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Jackson Dart, but the New York Giant has a receiver above AJ Brown. That says a lot.
I think.
And Devontae Smith is over AJ Brown. That says a lot. That's supposed to be your running mate. That's your second receiver. That's telling me he's receiver number one because he gets better stats than you.
Well, he's definitely more dependable.
And you have McBride, a tight end for Arizona, who's at number 6, who's way above you, who cracked the top 10, and you're only in the top 20.
But he's always open.
And you have George Pickens for the Cowboys, who has a sorry quarterback in Dak Prescott. Is in the top 5. He's at number 3. So for AJ Brown to say I'm the best, he is not the best, and it shows. It's proven. It's proven.
So do you
to make it so bad? Justin Jefferson, who's had multiple quarterbacks this year, he's in the top 15, and he just broke 1,000 yards the last game they played. Do what?
So you don't extend. You let him run his contract, or do you just trade him?
Trade him. Let him go. He's a waste of time. Let him go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Like another year. I think he has another year, right?
I think so, but it's time to let him go. I mean, I don't. Again, if you want your team to be still prestige and stay out of that spotlight, let his cancer ass go. Let him go. Because if not, he's gonna break that team. He's gonna break that team apart, and we've seen it. We've seen Keyshawn Johnson break teams apart. We've seen Antonio Brown try to tear teams apart. We've seen that over and over with these cancerous receivers. Terrell Owens broke teams apart. We can't have this. Philadelphia is on a rise. They're on a rise to win that division, right? If they want to keep that prestige up, let his tail go. Let him go.
You don't think the Giants are going to challenge him next year?
If I was the Giants, I wouldn't get him.
No, I'm saying challenges the Eagles in the division.
Oh, absolutely. But if the Eagles want to stay in that the top 2 standings, they gotta let AJ Brown go. Otherwise, it could be the Washington Commanders and it could be the Giants. But they have to let to get in that to fight to 1 and 2, right? Because honestly, I believe the Giants has what it takes to win that division. Not gonna lie to you. But if Philadelphia wants to get close to that division, they gotta let AJ Brown go. Otherwise, there won't be even a talk about.
Really? Well, yeah. I mean, he has good days and bad days, but Some days he's unstoppable. Some days
I mean, but yeah, look, it started last year. It started last year when him and Jalen Hurts got in that confrontation, right? We've seen that. T.O. with Romo, that's my quarterback. Don't talk crap about my quarterback. And then turn around, he sucks. I don't know why he's even starting, right?
Yeah, he did that with Donovan McNabb too.
I mean,
Garcia in San Francisco.
And Garcia wasn't a bad quarterback. Garcia was actually good.
He was pretty good. He was good.
I love Garcia. I think T.O.'s a cancer, and A.J. Brown's a cancer. Look, if Philadelphia don't get their stuff together over there, Jalen Hurts going to ask for a trade, or Barkley one will ask for a trade because they don't want to be in that drama. They don't want to be in that drama.
Well, I can hurt a team. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
But you say him. And then he'll demand a trade.
Look, I don't know. I'm not a Philadelphia Eagle fan. I don't know much about the Eagles. But if I was the Eagles, I would really trade him. I don't know what they have over there besides Devontae Smith, but I would trade him to try to get another receiver. I mean, if you let A.J. Brown go, you open up cap space anyways to keep.
They have a really good GM over there, so I think which comes to shove, he'll evaluate everything.
I mean, think about it. Devontae Adams' contract, he's put on a rookie contract. It's about to come up. Would you want to have Devontae Adams or A.J. Brown? I would rather have Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae, his numbers have been pretty consistent year in and year out.
Absolutely. Since he's been in the league, he's been right there. I mean, if I was
trying to put him up there with Jackson, man. I mean, Jackson's are almost like the same type of receivers.
Yeah.
And Jackson is evil.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, Deshaun Jackson was really, really good when he played for the Eagles. Yeah, I put him up there with him too. I think Devontae Smith. I think he's more of a number one receiver, not number two. And his stats speak for it. Absolutely.
Well, I think they look at number one. Well, you know what? You're right.
And he don't complain. He's not a complainer. He wants to win. He's not complaining. He don't get the ball enough. He's not complaining. Oh, you don't look my way. He's not complaining about that. He's there to play the game because he loves it. He's there to win. Whatever it does to help the team to win.
Yeah. You don't hear anybody else on that team either complaining. I mean, as long as you're winning games.
You don't hear Barkley complain because Barkley's not getting the ball, run the ball enough.
Whoever is you're catching the ball or whatever, as long as games are being won, because if you're number one, teams are going to scheme and double cover.
Absolutely. So hear me out. And you know this. Hines Ward. You never hear him complain about not getting the ball. You've never heard Hines Ward complain at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
You didn't hear Jerry. You never heard Jerry Rice complain about he didn't get the ball enough. Never. You don't.
They just play the game. They play to win.
You don't hear Jamar Chase. Oh, I'm not getting the ball enough. That's why we're losing. You don't hear Justin Jefferson talking about it, right? So you didn't hear Tyreek Hill talk about it too much. He just wanted it gone. He wanted out because he wanted to get paid. But you don't hear him talk about I never got the ball that much. But here we are, A.J. Brown with his whiny ass. I'm not getting the ball. Reminds me so much of Keyshawn Johnson and T.O. Those guys, I loved them. I did. I love T.O. and I love Keyshawn Johnson until they started whining. The second you whine, I'm done. I don't like you. I think you're a trash human being.
Selfish.
Absolutely selfish. Like, you want to win Super Bowls. You want to win. I think they're all about stats because they want to get that. They want to get the payday, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which, nothing wrong with that. But don't complain because I'm not getting the ball enough. And then you get the ball thrown to you and you can't catch. T.O., Keyshawn, A.J. Brown.
Yeah. The thing with Keyshawn, he was just jealous of you know, like if you're a number one and the number two is getting that's what rattles me is these guys should know.
But I don't think
they're unstoppable. They are going to be bracketed. Teams are scheming.
But I don't think Keyshawn was. I don't think Keyshawn was all that. I really don't. I don't think Keyshawn was the number one receiver. I think
he was. He wasn't, man.
I think Keyshawn was more of a number two receiver. He's one of those guys who could get you, the first down, but he's not the one that can get you, over 100 yards each game.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't.
I mean, look when he went to Tampa Bay. He went to Tampa Bay, won a Super Bowl, and he was still complaining. I'm not getting the ball enough. Like, you just won a Super Bowl. Shut up. And look what happened. You didn't get another one, did you? Crybaby. I can't stand that.
Yeah, well, you know what? He was. I think he was just spoiled, man. I mean,
but you didn't hear Randy Moss complain, though. You didn't hear Randy Moss complain.
No, those guys don't complain, but when you get guys like that, that's just who they are. Their colors come out sooner.
And that's why I don't care too much for Deion Sanders, because Deion Sanders is just like that. He thinks he's above God. He thinks he's better than everybody. You are just an average person who got paid because everybody thought you was good. Was you great? Absolutely not, but you was good.
He was pretty damn good. I mean, I can't take that from him, but yes.
He was he wasn't great. But he wasn't great.
He was shut down. He was shut down with Atlanta.
But he wasn't great.
He was shut down with Atlanta. Now after Atlanta, he started to diminish, but I think his mouth was bigger than his game play.
And that's what's going on with his son. Shador thinks he's better than half his quarterbacks. He's a below average. Shador's a below average.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But where we sit today, we'll have to wait and see what happens with AJ.
Yeah, absolutely. I think AJ should really get traded. And I guess we'll find out in the offseason. With that being said, we only got four games left before Super Bowl. That's crazy. Well, no, not. Well, we got the divisional round. The divisional round got 4 games, and then we got the championship. So we have 4 games this week. So we only got 2 games left. Put it that way before Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
We got this game, and we got next week, or whatever the conference championship is, right? Our picks are the same this week. I'm surprised you went with me. I don't know. I picked before you.
Those are common sense games, man. Those teams have proven who they are to this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You think about Denver, you think about New England, those teams are going to be the teams to beat.
And hear me out. We both got Denver. But since you're talking about New England, if Denver and New England plays each other in the conference championship or divisional championship, whoever wins that championship is going to win the Super Bowl. I promise you that.
It's going to come down to defense.
Because I'm looking here, right? I look, like you said, Seattle. We both got Seattle over 49ers, but like you said, Donald chokes in big games, right? If he makes it to the divisional champion to the championship round, and he wins, I don't think he's going to beat a team like the Patriots caliber or the Broncos caliber. I think that defense is too heavy for him, and he's going to overthrow his receivers and cause havoc and get maybe 3 to 4 interceptions, and it's going to cause them to lose the Super Bowl, right? When you look at the 49ers, if the 49ers get past, these NFC teams, can they get past the AFC teams? Absolutely not. Not with Kittle's hurt. Not with Kittle's hurt. And I believe the Broncos or the Patriots can rattle can rattle Purdy. And you look at Matthew Stafford. I think Stafford's getting old. Can he read defense? Absolutely. But I think Broncos and New England would be too heavy for him. And then you think about the Chicago Bears. I don't think Caleb Williams is ready to play in a Super Bowl. So I think, again, he's going to get rattled, and he's going to make mistakes.
Well, he hasn't really faced a real defense yet.
And that's true. So we'll go through his picks, but yeah, real true. That's true. Buffalo and Denver is going to be the first game Saturday. We both got Denver. It's at Denver. Is this going to be a blowout? Is this going to be a blowout game? Probably not. I think Denver's going to win by 3. I'm going to say 27-24. But I think Denver's defense is going to stop James Cook, and I think that's why Denver's going to win.
So you got them. So you got Denver making Buffalo one-dimensional.
Absolutely. They're not going to rattle Josh Allen because Josh Allen's, he's been in leagues for so long, and he's not going to make rookie mistakes, right? But being one-dimensional is going to take away of they can't run the ball. So if they can't run the ball, we can play a zone. We can play a man-to-man. We can double team, right? So it's going to give the option to Buffalo, like, what do we do here? Like, is Josh Allen going to have to run? Maybe. But then when he starts running, you put a spy on him. Spy him, right? Now you can't do that. Now you have to throw the ball. And with him throwing the ball, he's going to get tired.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Morgan, and this is a futuristic question. If this postseason is taken away from Josh Allen, does he ever get a Super Bowl?
Absolutely not. No. I think he'd be in the same category as Lamar Jackson. I don't think they will ever get a Super Bowl.
No, because clearly Denver and New England.
Oh, absolutely. And not just that, you got to think about next year in Pittsburgh. Will Pittsburgh get a good coach and a good quarterback? I think Pittsburgh is going to give Josh Allen some havoc too in the playoffs if they make it. So yeah, I think Josh Allen. I think he's done. I think the Buffalo Bills, they did all they could, and they gave him enough weapons.
He has had enough, and he's had defense too.
Absolutely. And you can't blame Sean McDermott because Sean McDermott's a hell of a coach. It's Josh Allen. He's the one out there playing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I think if Buffalo cannot beat Denver and Buffalo doesn't go to Super Bowl this year, Josh Allen's done. Would you trade him? No, I wouldn't trade him. But he ain't going to just stop them at Super Bowl though. I think they lost hope. Next game of Saturday, it's going to be the 49ers Seattle. We talked about this already. We both have Seattle. I think Seattle's going to cause havoc. It's going to make the 49ers one-dimensional as well. With them having not a top receiver, don't get me wrong, Jenkins is good, but he's not a Kittles and he's not a BA, right? I think Seattle's defense is going to rattle Brock, and I think Brock's going to make some mistakes. And it's going to make them have to run. Can Christian McCaffrey keep the 49ers on his back? Absolutely. But he's going to get tired, and he's going to start breaking down. And he's going to get wore out. It's going to cause the 49ers to lose. And you can't do that with Seattle's defense. Seattle's defense is really hefty. They're hard. Not to mention the offense. They got a two-headed dragon in that running game. They got some good receivers over there. So they don't need to be one-dimensional.
Well, you saw it in the last game. I mean, they gave San Francisco receivers some cushion, but whenever they made a catch, they couldn't advance the ball. They didn't get any yards after the catch.
Oh, absolutely.
So as soon as they caught the ball, they shut them down.
And that's what I'm saying. They're gonna make them one-dimensional, and Christian McCaffrey's gonna get tired because he's gonna get at least 40 carries. Gonna make him tired all game because of that. And you can't let him get 40 carries because we seen what happened. It breaks him down. And
I think he'll get 40 touches. I don't think he'll get 40 carries.
I think he's going to get 40 carries.
He's going to carry the ball 40 times from scrimmage.
Yeah. So he's going to try to. Let me tell you back. He's going to try to.
40 touches? Okay. Carries? No way.
They're going to have to do something because
he's not that durable of a back.
Exactly, but the 49ers are going to do that. Because why? Because now they're one-dimensional. So 49ers are going to make him do that.
Well, they might, wait him out. You know, they might do some different things with him.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this: if they don't make the Super Bowl this year, I think Chris McCaffrey is gone. And I'm not blaming him because they can't win. I think he's going to request a trade.
Really?
Absolutely. Because he's been hurt, so he knows his time is almost up. He wants to win a Super Bowl.
Okay, so then where does he go from there? Does he go to the NFC, to New England? Does he go to Seattle?
If I was him, no, Seattle don't need him. Seattle has a good running game. If I was him, I would go to maybe the Broncos, maybe the Patriots, because that way you could be the first and second down guy, and they would have a third down guy for you, right? So you're not getting that ball that much because they're going to save you. So yeah, I will go to the.
He did the same thing in Seattle. You know, they got a good running game, yeah, but you know what? The name of the game is preservation.
Yeah, but Seattle got two good. Seattle got two good running backs. Maybe the Lions, because the Lions, they have Gibbs, and we don't know what's going to happen with Montgomery. Montgomery might leave, so I would say Lions too.
You know, if he goes to the Lions, it's over.
As long as they keep that defense healthy. I mean,
over. So yeah, we'll see.
I mean, there's so many options out there. Next up will be Sunday, the first game at 3:00. We have Houston and New England. We both got New England. I know I talked really, really heavy on Houston's defense. And like you said, I don't think Houston's defense is going to rattle Drake May. I think Drake May is going to put them on the line. I think they're going to have their backs against the wall with Drake May. He's not going to make too many mistakes. We've seen him play this year. He hasn't made a lot of mistakes at all, and this is his second year in the league. He's playing like he's been in the league for over 6 years. He don't make a lot of mistakes at all. He don't get.
Yeah.
Even when he gets pressure, he runs out the pocket and makes good throws, or he runs the ball. He don't make a lot of mistakes at all.
Yeah, I'm not questioning the offense at all when it comes to.
And I'm not questioning the deep.
Stroud, you can see what happens to him when he's under extreme pressure.
Absolutely, and New England has to put him on pressure. If New England don't put him on pressure, it's going to be offense, defense versus offense, defense. You have to put pressure on C.J. Stroud. And the Houston Texans' line isn't that great. We've seen the line break down, right, on offense. The receiving core isn't that great. Nico Collins is really good, but the receiving core isn't that great.
I don't even know if he was going to play yet. Has he even been cleared to play?
I don't know. I mean, he's questionable. He's questionable.
He took a pretty good. Did you see that hit?
I did.
That collision with the ground.
I did. I don't think he should play this game, but I mean, I'm not the coach, and I'm not Nico Collins.
No, I mean he could recover, but you know what? If Nico Collins is not playing, it's a wrap.
Oh, absolutely, it is.
It's a wrap. Nick Chubb is not who he used to be.
No, he's not. If C.J. Stroud don't get Houston to at least the divisional championship or the Super Bowl, I think even though this is like his third year in the league, I don't think he's going to get there at all.
No, I don't either. I mean, that team.
I like C.J.
Stroud because they're young. They're young.
Oh, absolutely. I like C.J. Stroud, but I don't think he's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I think he's above average. I'm not knocking him.
They get what's his face back next year, right? From injury.
Joe Mixon.
The running back.
Joe
Mixon.
Yeah, they get him back. Which, to be honest, he's not gonna be the same either. He's been injured this year and last year. He's not gonna be the same. I think it's time to let him and Nick Chubb both go. Go after some young running backs. I mean, there's plenty of good running backs coming in the draft. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel sorry for Bijan Robinson. He's not with the greatest team out there.
No, he's not.
But
he's not. But I think the Falcons can be turned around. I think they can. I think they should. Whoever gets them, I think it's going to be a work in progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, back on Houston, I think Houston, if they don't get close to Super Bowl this year, they won't ever get close to Super Bowl, and they might not even win the division next year. It might be Jacksonville again.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
This right now is a win and a must win because momentum's a thing, right? The second you lose, you lose momentum, you lose hope. Fans don't watch you no more, so you lose fans. And fans want to see you win. They're tired of losing. They want to win, right?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, yeah. Next up is the Rams in Chicago on Sunday. That's the last game. We both got the Rams. I'm questioning here because this should have been the Packers and Rams, right? And the reason why I'm questioning is well, the reason why I'm questioning is because it shouldn't be Chicago. Chicago shouldn't be playing. It should be the Packers. I'm questioning is the Packers defense. What happened? What broke down? Right? Do you let go of Jordan Love? Do you let go of certain players because now it's in to me it's rebuild mode because you lost to the Bears. You was up so many points and you let them come back and win. I'm questioning that.
Yeah, I think they were up 17-3 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Like I'm questioning that because the Bears shouldn't be playing this game. It's supposed to be the Packers.
I truly believe that. You know that thing that happens with teams, they get a large lead and they kind of slack up.
Yeah, I think the Packers just was like, okay, we're up, so we'll go ahead and let up. No, don't let up. You never want to let up until that clock hits 0.
No, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah,
you want to make sure you secure that win.
And I don't know if I should blame Matt LaFleur for that because he's the head coach, or if I should blame the whole Packers organization.
Blame LaFleur because he has control for his coordinators. If the coordinators are out there and they're saying, okay, we play this defense, we don't have to apply much pressure, yada, 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 then yeah, you have to blame the head coach. And the head coach has to say, no, keep your foot on the pedal, keep these guys going after and attacking because I want to secure this win. This is one and done.
Absolutely.
There's no way you should give a team slack.
Absolutely. I'm going to go on a limb here, and I'm going to tell you this. If the Rams beat the Bears, I think the Bears winning was a fluke. I think the Bears will not win the division next year. I think they would never win the division again because I think this is a fluke. I think the Bears winning this year, I think it was a fluke.
Well, we'll find out next year because the Bears will have a tougher schedule because of their record this year.
And they didn't.
Oh yeah.
And we talked about the Bears not playing a lot of playoff teams. I think they only played 3 teams maybe, including the Packers. And they lost 2 of those games.
They did.
So, I mean, are they really that good? I think they get lucky. I don't think they're that good. I think they get lucky. And you got to think about it. They play the Packers. The Packers are in that conference, right? They played them twice already. And it's hard for somebody to beat a team 3 times, let alone twice, right? I think the Packers had that one, and like you said, they just like, oh, we got this win. We got this one. Let's time to let up. No, you never want to let up. Again, I think the Bears got lucky. And I think this whole season for them is a fluke.
Oh, yes. I think it was too.
I don't think next year going to win as many games like they did this year. Maybe they might win 7 games. I don't know. But I can tell you right now, this year is a fluke.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Holder, tomorrow when you go to work, I want you to tell that crybaby that this is the second time he flaked on us. And I don't like it. I think he's running from the smoke. You tell him I said that.
Well, no, he'll hear it. I'll tell him to listen to the show, but yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, because if he's going to listen to the show, I'm going to let him know, don't be hiding on these covers crying because the Cowboys suck.
Well, the problem is, if he would have come on, all he would have did was talk about next season.
Well, next season ain't here yet.
That's going to be our year.
And you know what I'm going to ask him? I'm going to ask him how, because they haven't re-signed George Pickens yet. He's on a 1-year contract. He might not come back. And they don't have much defense.
I don't think he will.
I think Pickett's going to leave. And I hope he does. I hope Pickens goes somewhere else. Outside of Dallas.
I'm sure he'll go. What if he goes to Washington?
He wants to go to a contender. He knows the Cowboys are pretenders. They're not no contenders. He might end up in the Giants. You never know.
He just had injuries, I think.
Yeah, and so did the Giants. Giants have injuries. I feel like if the Giants had Neighbors and Cam Scatterboo, or just Neighbors, or just Cam Scatterboo, I think the Giants would be coming close to that division. I think they would have been playing on the wild card.
True.
I mean, they beat the Cowboys twice, didn't they? Or no, they beat them once. And it wasn't like a small beat. Like they put BTA to them. And that's without that's without Cam Scatterboo and without Malik Neighbors. Can you imagine that they had Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterboo? Man.
Oh, they're close.
And whoever gets the Giants next year as coaching, they got a good team, a good talented team. They're going to walk into something amazing. So it's that time. Excuse me. It's that time of the night. I would like some feedback. You know, we've supposed to have a guest twice and they flaked on us. I need some feedback now. I want some feedback, guys. So please feed me. Show us what you want. Tell us that the Cowboys suck, and tell Holder, by the way, that Steelers are terrible, and you're glad that Mike Tomlin left. Please tell Holder that. I like to hear
it. You don't have to tell Holder. Holder agrees 100%.
He doesn't agree. He's just saying that.
I was the one telling you they should fire Tomlin.
I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember you saying that.
You remember you saying that.
Guys, it's been a great night. I want to hear y'all's teams, because I want to know everybody's team that listens in. I want to know y'all's team, and who do you think would win the Super Bowl this year? Again, it's third down with Morgan Holder. It's 3RD down with Morgan Holder. Come back with some stats, or if you want to be like Holder and don't care about stats, let us know that too.
They care about chemistry.
Stats are better than chemistry.
Stats doesn't win games every time.
Chemistry don't win games. Chemistry don't win games every time.
Mr. Donald Trump supporter.
I am not, and I repeat, I am not a Donald Trump supporter. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not a Donald Trump supporter. I don't support the government. I dislike the government. They lie to us. With that being said, don't let fourth down get you.
Oh my goodness, Martin, you basically had the floor tonight. I'll give you the floor because obviously you had a lot on your mind. So now that I have the floor, I'm going to say to our listeners, if you feel like you want to come on and challenge either one of us or both of us, with a lot of things that we talk about, please feel free. We love a good challenge, especially Morgan. Make him pull up his stats. Push it. But it makes the show that much more fun when we get people that come on board or, just want to voice their opinion, because this is an opinionated podcast. So please, feel free. Morgan told you how to get in touch with us. Look us up, get invited, get on board, let your friends know, get us some subscribers and more listeners. We feel good about this. Next year is going to be a better show. We're going to be video next year. So looking forward to that. And I'm just going to say, enjoy what's left of the season. If your team is in it, good for you. If your team is not in it, it'll give us something to work on next year. So with that being said, I'm going to say I'm I'm going to stay penalty free. We are out of here.